Hello and welcome to the Cowboy for Game Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today I'm joined by Bragg from Braggio.
Hey.
And Ben from Nolan TCG.
Hello.
Big week of news this week, but before we get into that, how was our week in Yu-Gi-Oh? Bragg?
Bit of Master Duel this morning. I
was there
installed
for
it on
that.
the Xbox so I can play in comfort on the couch.
Not at all so that he can rank certain opponents on certain systems.
No, the first warning says this is cross-platform.
I know, 'twas the joke.
Well, I can't do that, and I am nonplussed about it. I wasn't disappointed. Don't you dare accuse me of being disappointed about not being able to verse Xbox players.
Well, in fairness, the one I was watching was an Xbox player and he did in fact do fuck all to stop you.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, wasn't it? And they were even getting the hand trap prompts too. Wonder what it was.
Yeah, we never worked that out, did we? Did we check what he was playing? I don't think we did.
Oh no, I didn't check. Oh, I still can, right? Or do I need to hit save?
No, it'll be in your most recent ones. I think it keeps track of the last 10 that you've done.
Yeah. Then you can go and then save it if you want to keep it for longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, pretty chill. Failed a Pokemon. There's a reason why.
We did know what it was because you used Unicorn to look at his extra deck. It was Gold Pride.
Gold Pride, baby!
Gold Pride Goblin Bikers.
Yes. That was my week.
Ben,
My week. I did abysmally bad on Tuesday.
what were we playing Tuesday?
Some fucking half-finished Ryziel shenanigans.
I
I was playing Ryziel Melodious, but I only had 5 Ryziel cards in my deck.
Does make it hard.
I still am puzzled by the fact that in Game 2, every single Game 2 I opened 4 side deck cards in the Ryziel Field Spell. I was sick.
Shuffling problem, Nit.
I pile shuffled.
What's the problem with going hard on hand traps, I guess? That could happen in your game ones as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is a point I brought up last week, is that coming into this format, potentially now with... Well, you still have U-Bell to contend with, you have less Tempai, and you have much less Snake Eyes. You won't need as many hand traps.
I'm playing 15 starters now that the deck is finished, so hopefully you don't run into this issue. Hopefully.
Well, we won't find out this Tuesday, will we?
No. We'll get to that. We'll segue to that as we go.
Yes.
But yes, did not perform well. Jake, how was yours?
My week was alright. I only played the one game at locals this week. My Malice Core arrived much earlier than anticipated, so I scrambled together with that. There's a lot of conjecture and differentiating lists in Malice at the moment, and I have not yet decided on which side of the fence I'm going to land on.
Well, you're not playing Kashtira
For the
cards.
4th week in the road, Striker.
That's not happening. The one thing I am strongly thinking that I will change immediately is I'm thinking of putting Shifter in the side. The Malice combos are a lot better with Shifter as an option rather than as a default. Because, again, with the amount of hand traps that people are still playing at the moment, there's a lot of disruption and you turn off a lot of your extension plays by switching off the graveyard. So that's where my mind's at, that I'll probably move the Shifter to the side deck. Plus a lot of our decks at locals at the moment...
really lose to Shifter.
Well, some, it's a 50-50, right? Some will lose, some will just be oh, now I don't have to play my Shifter.
Yes.
So it's it's that duality.
I believe half of the decks at locals on Tuesday were playing Shifter. So, and then the ones that weren't were Labyrinth. I would have hard lost to Shifter because I was playing the Melodious version, so...
And then in Master Duel, we'll get into it in a bit more detail, but the Duelist Cup has started, so I was playing a little bit of that. But I've had a busy couple of days, so I think I'm at DLV 13 currently.
Better than me.
Well, I don't know what level you started at. Do you know what level you started at?
Not high.
Because, depending on your ranking, you start at X level. I think I started at DLV 10.
I'd probably start at DLV 1.
I don't remember, listen to you confessing it. Did you get down to rookie?
Yeah, I was at Rookie 2.
Yep.
When I logged in the other day, I was at Rookie 2.
Well, the good news about that is that you only need one win in those and you can't rank down.
Yeah, but The only thing I'm interested to play on there is True Draco, and that would take too much of my time.
Well, not if you're playing Drew Draco properly. You just flip a floodgate and your opponents leave.
Yeah, but if they don't, then I have to wait.
At least the gems from ranking up will be good.
True. Very quick gem recovery.
I just don't have any desire to play Master Duel. Since Master Duel caught up to like the physical card game, I'm out.
So for the
This is
longest
boring.
time, you're just like, I wish it were like more like our current game. I wish it caught up to the current physical game. And now that it has, you're just like, this is boring.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. Once I couldn't play FTKs anymore, it's like,
So it's not actually that the game's too close. It's that your favorite way to play is no longer relevant.
yeah, I don't
Why
want to
don't
have
you
to
just do
interact with
gimmick?
my opponent.
Just do gimmick FTK.
I don't want to do that. It's boring.
I would like Malice and Ryziel fast track though.
Sorry. So that specific FTK is boring, but
Yeah.
the other ones aren't. Explain why.
Rank ups.
But explain why one FTK is
Rank
different.
ups.
But that's not enough.
Rank ups are boring.
Why are they boring?
It's just the same thing, but more.
He's
true.
right, you know.
I'm right.
How?
Well, he's right. I'm not saying his hatred is right. I'm just saying the statement is correct.
Yeah,
It's barely a statement.
but it's correct.
Coward for Game podcast. Barely a statement.
When are you getting the Cowboy for Game rank up? Ranks up after
Yeah,
the
where's
damage.
why isn't Cowboy a number monster? You've given what number could they give him?
Speaking of number
say 100.
monsters,
No, he's got a Master Duel.
yeah,
Yeah, we start with Master Duel.
I know.
Don't try and take me out of my pathway.
I don't like Master Duel.
We've covered that part of the podcast. Moving
Tell,
on.
This week.
tell the people about what you've just told them about in your week and your year.
So, the Duelist Cup has begun. We are currently at stage 1. As well as that, they've added in some new assets. So the first one they've added in is the Forest Eventless White Duel Field. Looks kind of cool, snowy field, some
Yeah.
lights and things going on. It's quite pretty. They've also added a Rika base mate, which is a little snowflake, which matches in well with the White Forest. Probably better than the White Forest assets that
Yeah, it's
came
the
with the
weirdest
field. It's an interesting time. And then also an icon frame for Rika that's deluxe. So I imagine these little wind thingies move around and
Oh,
whatnot.
I don't hate that.
Yeah, again.
Won't give up Cherry Blossom, but I don't hate it.
And then, which this might excite you,
maybe
a
change it.
Deal Bells icon.
Oh, cool.
Master Diamond will never not be my icon.
It doesn't matter because you're never on it.
Well, I mean, people can.
You could have a literal potato as your icon. It wouldn't matter because you don't log in.
Master Diamond with the diamond outline. Done. Simple.
Then we've also obviously got the sleeves and all that kind of stuff that will come with your particular result in the Duelist Cup and a bunch of titles.
Who puts actual sleeves on their Master Duel decks?
I don't. I like the Yu-Gi-Oh background.
The Yu-Gi-Oh back is the best back.
Yeah, any of the Duelist
Nah.
Cup. Duelist Cup sleeves are. What are you gonna say?
I'm
He's
going to
say
say
something's wrong.
the World Legacy.
No.
The artwork of Ibn Amduk
Oh,
with
yeah.
the shaft of light.
Yeah, it is. It is a good one.
That's Jake's answer for the question that he's not answering.
No,
Find
because
out in the Discord down below.
He likes a good shaft of light.
hate you people. Also happening in Master Duel, we've got a what is it? A 250 million download.
Fucking Google thing.
Anyway, there's a what is it? 7-day campaign for what is it? Duel Links and Master Duel surpassing 250 million downloads. So we've got a UR copy of the Dragon of Pride and Soul in Royal Finish. I think it's about 500 gems. A pack of Dragon of Pride and Soul. Oh no, sorry. A pack of Chaotic Showtime, which I think is the new Dear Bells and all that nonsense. A Dragon of Pride and Soul deck case, and another pack.
You got to have someone else watch the VHS, otherwise you don't get the product.
Oh, that was actually a good thing with
In
Master
7
Duel.
days. Yep.
I only bought 10 packs of that Chaotic. I pulled both Nightmares. Woo. Goblin and...
Mermaid.
That's the one. Still haven't resolved them.
I haven't even crafted Mermaid yet. Everything at Orcust is in 3, so the idea of playing Nightmare in an actual Orcust deck seems redundant.
Well, if you're not playing Striker, fucking don't play Nightmare either then.
Correct. Moving on.
I just hate winning.
I'm winning anyway! Fuck your fucking little girl cards, you stupid bitch.
She's not little.
She's a machine.
She's literally 12!
Is that true, Seb?
Yeah,
So, through the week, we also had a further elaboration on the Quarter Century Stampede. Big announcement, which was kind of hinted at in one of our TikToks. If you have TikTok and care about TikTok, feel free to follow us.
Look, the YouTube Shorts will do. I know you've got to come around on it, but really helps
Yes.
interacting with that.
You don't have to watch them. You just have to press a button to say that you would like to watch them.
Well, you can watch
If
them.
you see my 5 seconds of peak comedy, just hit that like button.
It's 11.
Just hit it. It's right there.
Don't undersell, it's 11.
I mean, he's not overselling. He is overselling it. It's not peak comedy. He has been funnier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now.
So,
The like button should be right here. Just click it. It's right here.
So the biggest part of this is obviously the announcements of the reprints that they're going to be doing. Some of them obviously more important than others, like Petite Moth. I'm sure it's important to an extent, but for the average player,
They did mention in this little spiel, they're like, we're surprised at the cards that were voted for.
2,000.
Anyway, here's
yeah,
Petite Moth.
2,000 different cards. I'm struggling to think.
200 maybe.
No, 2,000 different cards were nominated.
For what?
Oh, but it's only 200 making it in.
Yes, yes. So 10%
Oh, sure.
of the pool of the 2,000 submitted, which I would love to see the full list.
Speaking of cards that were constantly submitted to the point where they were just apparently put in the set for no reason, it's time for your Mulchami Market Watch because Mulchami is in the set.
Correct.
However, it has done very little to influence the Australian eBay price. Currently cheapest, $190. Sure, that will
That's-
come down.
Yeah, still not bad.
There's 2 at $190. Then we're back up to the 200 range.
So on the Facebook pages, I have seen a lot of others with the attempt of getting between 150 to 180. I feel like there will be a lot of people panic selling, trying to get, quote unquote, the most money they can for the sets that they have. This happens every time one of these major cards gets reprinted, and it's rarely that impactful. But it's
So-
also one of the quickest times that the card this important has been reprinted.
This is one of those interesting times where it specifically fucks us and us mainly.
Yes.
Because everyone's been like, well, they're not going to reprint it till August, so I may as well buy my Mulchamis. I have to have them for YCS, which is a month before this set comes out. Mm-hmm. So you're therefore not going to get the resale value from all the people that were like, oh, I'm going to need them, I'll just sell them afterwards. And now, like, sick. Here it is. Like,
Yep.
I'm not completely against them reprinting it in the set. I just don't think they should have marketed it.
I just had it as a surprise.
Yes, I think that this should have been a surprise in the set, and they shouldn't have marketed it.
I think that's a way to get around it. Because I honestly don't know what the price should be. I don't know how much I'm willing to pay. Because I need it for YCS, and that is the only thing I need it for. There's
Yeah.
no tournaments after it. It's whatever. But, so I've got to be prepared to pay a premium. I don't know what that premium would be, though.
It is the equivalent of telling people in 2016 that Dark Destroyer is getting reprinted in 2 months. Don't buy it.
Yep, which is why I never did
Yeah.
for this. It's been my long-standing thing. And so that's the thing. You're always going to be copying a loss. Maybe 180.
Especially because, like, once you're done, like, once the YCS is over, the market for it is also gone.
Yeah,
like,
like-
completely gone.
I don't want to write away another YCS. This keeps happening. But I am tempted just to go, oh, maybe I'll take Nat seriously this year. Wait till Sunday of YCS. Try and pick some full losses up for 80 to 100.
Yeah, that's not a terrible idea.
And then, just right off the main event and try again later in the year. But also that feels wrong. And I've done that too many years in a row.
But, like, for Andrew's instance, like, in particular for him, he only bought Fualos early for YCS because he was like, it's the safest card I can buy and I'm going to need it. So he bought 3 Fualos. He doesn't even play the game week to week.
Yeah.
He's bought 3 Fualos because he's like, I will need them for YCS and it won't be reprinted.
Yeah.
And now he cannot sell them when the event's done for max, like, to get his value back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got fucked.
Yeah.
I'm also feeling the way about the Dominuses as well.
Yeah,
see
the
Dominus
Dominus
getting-
reprints could be in there. But
Well,
also, the other thing is too, they need to keep some cards separate from their
tins.
sporadic reprints to keep the tins of this year relevant.
Like,
Because if they
what do they do to
reprint
tins?
everything,
Do we skip the year of the tins?
The tins have been pretty irrelevant for the past few years.
true. I mean, if they're going to be as crap as they have been, perhaps we do just
Gold
forego
Series Tin
tins.
Edition?
To be fair, are the tins as bad as they are, or are we just in a state of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Where we just kind of buy the cards that we want? Because in years gone past, we would have maybe waited for the tins for reprints of certain things. We're all long past that now.
I think that's
If
definitely.
we want a card, we buy it.
I think that's definitely an aspect of it, but I think also and it probably is something to do with the amount of reprints that we've been receiving with the Rarity Collection, the Rarity Collection 2, the Stampede,
Yeah.
we have gotten so many reprints and they've needed to pick so many cards that would otherwise be left to the tins to be reprinted that the tins where used to be, that was your source of getting these cards 12 months down the track, whatever.
12
So
months
yes,
down,
you're right
you get a
that
tin reprint.
most people have bought, like in our particular segment of the market anyway, we've bought what we want. We don't care for the tins.
Yeah.
But for the previous versions of us, the younger people now, I guess, they don't see as much value in the tins anymore because there's been other reprints throughout the year
Yeah.
that have then taken up the relevance of that tin.
Yeah.
I tell you, the deck build packs have also sucked because of these Rarity Collections. Like, we used to pay attention to those 15 extra slots.
Yeah, now they're all just
There's like, I couldn't even tell you what the 15 extras were.
hot fucking garbage.
Yeah.
But I think
This time around, they're like, let's reprint the 10 years.
Yeah, the 10 years were a weird one. But the other thing is too, they haven't been selecting all that greater cards. The 10 years is a good example. They could have, not that it's really run in any lists, but Signet Mining would have been a great card to reprint in crossover breakers.
Was it not in there?
No,
I thought it was in there.
no. If it was, I didn't pull one in 2 boxes.
Oh, I thought it was a rare in that set.
I did not see it.
Head Century.
Signet other thingy, Signet Backdoor, I think it is. Terrible
Well,
name for a card.
I thought it was in there.
I don't think it is.
It's been
I will
announced for a
confirm.
collection, though,
Let's
yeah?
have a look.
It's in the-
For the Stampede.
It was in Bonanza,
I was in Bonanza.
which is, I
There,
imagine, why they...
there you go. Not necessary then. It's fine. Anyway,
Back to the Stampede,
Yeah,
because we
what's the
got a
rest?
little bit off track. So the ones that they've announced are Miscellaneousaurus, Extra Hero Cross Crusader.
I am actually really happy for that Miscellaneousaurus reprint.
Why?
Is it, but will it be Legacy or will it be regular?
Good point, because it could be either.
Mainly because that's only foil printing is gold rare.
Yeah.
So from the way that they've written this out, this seems to be the nostalgia pool.
Okay.
So it'll either be
QCR.
QCR or Ultra
That's
or
okay.
Secret. I can't remember how
I'm
they
okay
did
Very
it.
secret, isn't it?
Anyway, I can't remember. So Extra Hero Cross Crusader, Cyber Dragon Infinity, the Molchalmi Fulawaros, Chamber Dragonmaid, Salamangreat Raging Phoenix, Trap Dust Shoot Metamorphosis, the aforementioned
probably
Petite
should
Moth.
react to that more. It was a layup, like 200 more imports. You needed Dust Shoot and Metamorphosis.
It was what I voted for. And it's what you voted for
Wait,
because we told you
Metamorphosis or
to.
Dust
Metamorphosis.
Yay.
The Petite Moth, which we mentioned before. Lovely Labyrinth of the Silver Castle, which I think is the good one.
The one
Oh, wait,
that has
no.
been reprinted yet.
The Petite Moth. So they're going to have all these other good cards, including Metamorphosis. If you pull Petite Moth, it's going to feel bad.
Yep. In your 200 card pool that you're paying $240 a box for.
Yeah, that's.
Like,
the other thing
I
too.
don't hate the idea of giving it a rarity bump. Like, if everything had a holo version, it wouldn't be the worst.
Did it
But
have a... Did it
I
get a
think it was
super rare print in Joey's World?
I think it's only ever been common.
And if that's the case,
I would rather, if it had a Joey's World foil print, I would rather that than any fucking reprint they're going to do.
And just lastly, while you're looking that up, the final card that they announced was the Masterpiece, True Draco's Lane King.
no, only common.
Masterpiece to 1. Masterpiece to 1.
Oh, it was in
Masterpiece to 1.
Yeah, this should have been a random secret rare bump in the Speed Duel collections.
Yeah.
Jerks.
That
And
would
yeah,
make sense.
Masterpiece of 1, please. Thank you.
Speaking
Or
of
three, who
Masterpiece to
cares?
1 and Draco slaying, Jake, just click the news about the Dragon Rules.
Yeah,
Okay, but they have nothing to do with each
Sounds
other.
like a good set. What's the other 60 cards?
It's
gonna
Draco
be?
Slayer. They're dragons.
Not all of them.
This is a... What?
The Dragon Rulers.
The dragon rules are, the Draco Slayers aren't all dragons.
They're Draco Slayers. They kill dragons.
The new ones, there's machines,
He's the
there's
Draco
warriors,
Slaying King.
there's spellcasters.
They kill dragons, man. They're Draco Slayers.
Anyway, Dragon Rulers. Seemingly, the release of them from the ban list was not just to tidy things up, it was because there was actually oncoming support.
Because they've been R&Ding these fucking new support.
How can we make these
for
cards
the
good?
4 years these cards have been coming off the ban list for.
Oh, maybe that's why Jerome is now R&D announced on his LinkedIn
Yeah,
page.
it says on
He's been
LinkedIn,
cooking his
R&D.
fucking Dragon Rulers for 17
But
years.
guys-
Hasn't been able to visit the Thai store.
Yeah. Well, he did visit Thai store because he bedazzled that fucking tie for that
was.
ban list.
No, he
announcement.
visited fucking Spotlight. He did not buy that tie. He made that himself. Anyway, so Dragon Rule support, they get 2 main deck monsters and 3 Xyz. Basically, the idea is that they've got 1 Xyz, which is the Towers. Is the Towers the one that also banishes all the things, or is that a different one?
No, the towers attaches everything and then blows everything up.
Yes, that's the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and seemingly the way that they do that is via the quick play spell off turn, otherwise you can do it on turn.
It's cute.
Yeah.
That part of the support, cute. The rest of the support, actually pretty good.
It seems like there's some Dragon Spam stuff it can do just without even going further
Like-
into the rank 7 stuff.
This stuff is good, don't get me wrong, but that main deck monster eats fucking Ash Blossom hard.
Yeah, as I was reading these, immediately my mind thought of, oh, this is just like in Horus, if your Imseti gets ashed, you just fucking
Yes.
die.
It is that.
Because you've negged 2, they've ashed it, and now you win 3 cards, and if you're playing Dragon Rulers, chances are they're going to be a little bricky.
Well, I mean, you're hoping you've pitched an actual Dragon Ruler, so you'll be bringing it back.
So these ones have to pitch one of the same, oh no, Dark
they all
or
have the
Dragon.
ore, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's okay. When I first read these, I thought they had to pitch the same attribute. I'm like, that sounds fucking ass.
The Xyz though sends for cost. Good work. Good work.
Yep.
Detach send for costs. I like that.
That is helpful. And the artworks are kind of cool
Yeah,
as well.
I especially have liked them.
Yeah.
Will they be at Nats?
Will we get them before then?
Yes, this is not the next main set, the one after.
The May pack.
Main
Okay.
set.
Yeah, which... Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll see how it goes with the other dragons we're getting.
Yeah. Speaking of mixing it with other dragons,
The Dragonmaids.
we have Dragonmaids, guys.
Yes.
The support we've known we've been getting for the past 2 months has finally been announced. They waited till last, and they probably gave us the worst ones last.
Of the 3 archetypes supported, this one does seem the weakest.
To be fair,
To be fair, it's not really about
It's
the
not-
effects. It's meant to appease them with the artwork.
it's not
Right, Ben?
that bad.
You really like the artwork?
Fuck, that artwork's so shit. I fucking hate it so much.
It's the biggest fucking furry pedo bait. I fucking hate it.
I hate it so fucking much.
Oh, let's have a look at these.
They
I read the
went
text.
they went against the way all the other arts are done.
Who turns into that?
House.
It's
Chamber.
Oh, of course, yeah.
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 I do actually like the name. The name is German for darkness.
Darkness.
Oh.
It's like, okay.
Oh, so
actually
that's the only
sick.
big dragon then that doesn't invert all the letters to make it
No,
name.
It definitely does for chamber. It's
Dragonmaid Stern?
no, that should not be its actual name. It's a different name to what I've seen.
Oh,
Yep.
That one.
It's
You have notifications on
Sternus
wrestling
is its
chat?
actual name.
Finisternus is German for darkness.
I don't know. There is a fucking... We'll figure it out when it gets reprinted, won't we? These guys have just decided to make up their own name. Anyway.
I've never heard of Yu-Gi-Oh! Org doing that.
Is it a quick effect?
You're reading. Why are you reading
I don't believe
that?
it's a quick effect. It's a Monster Reborn.
No, it is not a
so
quick effect.
it's pretty shit. Look,
The fan translation community.
the best part about this card is that it can be sent off Hospitality when you use Hospitality to summon Chamber. That's it.
True.
Is it needed?
Oh, kinda, because then it supports the new fusion.
Yeah.
Because the new fusion...
Having stuff is helpful. Having this particular stuff is...
The
Only a
original
little helpful.
translation I saw for the fusion didn't have the summoning condition to banish, and I was like, this is fucking horrendous. But then when the translation got properly done, it banishes from grave to summon, which is very good. Does it require... Is it just 2 dragons?
2 Dragonmaid monsters
Okay.
with the same attribute but different levels.
Because
If it were generic material, it'd be fantastic.
I thought it was a level 4 or lower dragon, a level 7 or lower dragon of the same attribute, and I was like, that is why this works so well in Dragon Rulers. Imagine.
Yes, but
Just fucking-
regrettably, it does not.
Little fire, big fire, banish, go on.
Nope, nope, nope.
But it's still good. Summons from deck, gives you extenders. All of it works really well with the Dragon Ruler stuff. The issue is deck space.
True.
Like,
Very true.
if you're playing both engines, by the time you're playing both engines, you've put 35 cards in your deck.
I was going to say, you have very
It's-
little room for
pretty
other
rough.
disruption.
Like, you can still end on the H seal tidying with the negate, plus like whatever the Dragon Ruler stuff wants to do on the other side of the board. So it's like not bad. You can have a lot of disruptions. You just don't have a lot of ways to stop your opponent. You probably have to play 60 cards.
To circle back to the Dragon Rulers for a second, so OCG and TCG now have them, and Master Duel now have them all unlimited, and the support is announced. Do you think that the TCG knew this? Do you think that they sort of passed along
they probably
a
got given
silver
a date.
envelope and
They-
be like, hey, you need to unban these cards, but we're not telling you why?
They probably were given a date to be like, have it unbanned by this date. Hence the reason why we probably got the ban list as an announcement at the YCS. Because they were like, this week we're announcing the
So
Dragon
Jerome was
Rulers.
too busy bedazzling his tie for a not YCS reason.
Yep.
And then saw the silver envelope on his desk and went, fuck.
I was
sure they
supposed
have-
to do this. Shit.
I think they would have a good idea of what's coming in the OCG as well.
Well, this is the
They-
thing that I'm unsure of, is how
they
much
would know what
communication is happening as to what the OCG plans to do to the TCG.
I would
Like-
imagine they're 6 months ahead. Like, all card R&D is 6 months ahead of where it is now.
But it's not good R&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the pack filler, they probably leave for the last minute. Like, fuck, get it done, get it done, get it done. But, like,
Yeah.
shit like this, they were like, this is what we're going to base the set around. We'll go for, like, the bluff of the heroes. Oh, no, the heroes is this one. Anyway.
Alliance Will thing is going to be Shadows and BA again.
Cyber's, baby, woo!
Yeah, Cybers and
You know what the
Dragon
Shadows can do? Fuse with Dragon Rulers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Then you have Dragon Ruler targets for Construct and Winder.
Sure.
I'll try it in Blue Eyes for a little bit. If not, Tenpai.
Next bit of support that we got announced over the week
My God, he
is
makes Tenpai.
the King of the Skull Servant support. So we get 2 cards for them. Both
They're consistency cards,
decent.
and we'll take them.
Yeah. I particularly like the way that they have erred away from making you banish the cards and give it attack to get the fucking thing on the board. So that was the worst bit. Like, you could have 13 of them engraved, but then you have to banish 5 of them just to get the piece of shit on the board.
Yeah, and like, you need as many as you can for King of the Skull Servants to try and do what you're trying to do, and that's just fucking one-shot your opponent.
Exactly. Like, it seems so counterintuitive to be like, oh, the more of these you have in graveyard, the bigger he is, but banish 5.
On the train today, I got to do the good old-fashioned... So I'm playing Stairway to the Destined Duel on my phone.
What was that one? Kiko.
This reminded me of Attack for Game.
Okay.
And I was playing against Kaiba in like the final of the Championship Series. And Kaiba did Megamorph on Ultimate Dragon after Cyber starting.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, cool. My Magic Cylinder's about to hit real hard.
Actually, that happened back in a casual match I was playing with a mate of mine. He had three massive dragons, the Lord of D on board, and I had like one set card. And then he summoned the Calculator, which gains for every level of every dragon.
Yep.
And because it was the biggest thing on the board, he's like, haha, I'm going to attack you with this. So I'd had like 13,000, and I was like, magic cylinder?
The day I realized that Magic Cylinder targets was a good day. I was attacking for game with like a fucking... It was something huge. It was like a Chaos Max or something.
Was this before or after MST negates? Did you learn which one did which?
Oh, I learned MST negates way before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned it in Stairway.
The AI will just MST anything that activates.
Loves an MST. A couple more bits. We have the next deck build pack having been announced. Justice Hunters coming out in the OCG March 22nd.
They seemingly announced this really early for no reason.
It does feel very early, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You say March?
Yep. March 22nd, 2025.
Do we usually get a deck build pack around that time?
Yes.
Oh.
We have been
Well,
recently.
OCG does.
Yeah.
No, but thinking 3 months later, so that'll be.
So it's at like Toon KLC time deck build pack now.
But I thought that's. Yeah, sure. Let's run with that.
We got Labyrinth and stuff at that time slot.
Oh, so it's just all been deck build packs I ignore because I always tune in for this one.
Yeah. We normally get a
This
deck...
one and the January. Yeah.
Well, this one is the
It's the
Jan
January
one.
one. Yeah.
And then we normally have... So we're 2 a year. A mid-year and a start year.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
very much late year biased.
Normally it releases like the week before WCQ just to throw some fucking shenanigans in the room.
Justice Hunters doesn't really give us a lot of clues, but also Crossover Breakers had nothing to do with the fucking archetypes that were in that either, so who's to say
Justice!
what will be included within this.
Amazing defenders.
Dabs. Making Dragon Ball references over here.
Sure. And then finally, before we move on, we have the announcement for the announcement of the OCG ban list. That will be coming out at 9 PM, December 22nd.
Yeah.
We might be up for that. No, it's 11 PM for us. No, I'll be in bed. We'll be pre-recording other content that day that will not have us ready for that time.
Well, might have me ready.
I'll be in bed.
Dragon Knight might be up. We'll see how we go.
Maybe.
I'll be in bed.
But speaking of ban lists, charity.
Ah, wait, that's what we're segueing to? Charity ban list is this week, guys. Head to the Discord, make your last minute donations.
Well, actually, by the time this comes out, it'll be too late for them.
No, it's too late for donations to ban cards, but feel free to go down there and just make a
I
donation.
thought submission... Oh, just make a donation.
Just make a donation. Yeah, it's in the Discord. Head over to the Discord. Donate to charity. It's a good cause.
Keep your receipts.
We do not provide tax advice.
Correct.
Yes.
I just like paper. Even though it's email. Moving on to our Discord.
Discord, description below. There's a donation link and a questions tab.
Yes. Our first and only question this week
Yes,
comes to us
only
from...
question, because Jake already answered the other question earlier in the podcast. Go back.
Scrap recycler.
Machine King.
King. Oh.
I want to hold a position of power.
Consort the Machine King.
Jesse asks, what impact does the Rarity Collection type set have on your confidence in the reprint clock typical for Konami products?
It throws all fucking confidence out the window.
It really does.
Had I read ahead, I wouldn't have gone so hard on the discussion earlier.
Yeah.
But, look, it was gone years ago. Like, they do whatever they want to make money. And this will almost
Brad was
certainly
broken
make
with
money.
Dark Destroyer. And Eldritch the Golden Lord.
Eldritch was okay.
Was it, Brad?
It did hurt a little.
The only issue with Eldritch
But,
was, like, we never actually got to physically use the cards before they reprint.
like, if I had gotten some use out of it, I probably wouldn't have been so salty. I was salty, but...
In fairness, I felt the same way about Gearsu. They were $100 a copy and I never got to play it until afterward.
It felt like it fooled me twice. Oh, my issues. Oh my god, yes. Yeah, those $80 each.
Although, have to say, I didn't pay full price for one. Thank you very much, Jesse Hasselhurst. Shout out to Dank or Bust. That definitely legal Yu-Gi-Oh system that worked for a little while.
Bruh. That's a throwback.
I forgot that.
What if we
Legitimately, when he said that, I didn't understand the format of it. I didn't realize it was a coin toss. I thought it was going to verse him for it. I thought we were going to jump into fucking dueling book. Dueling for friends. Dueling with friends. I thought we were going to duel with my friend, and whoever won got the card. But no.
No.
Actually, I don't know which is the worst admission, that I was using dueling book or was I was gambling online.
You're playing Dank or Bust.
Fuck.
Also, they announced number 69. We just forgot that. The Heraldic
Oh.
Beasts got announced. Jake missed that news.
It wasn't in the links.
Okay.
It
The
didn't come up in
Heraldic
my
Beast
linky
got
thingy.
announced. Number 69 is here. Everything is saved. I was wondering how we got through this news so efficiently.
Well, I mean, the Heraldic isn't amazing support, and
yeah,
it's
it's
not an
pretty shit.
amazing archetype. I've always liked it.
We're number 69 and S69.
Haha.
For the real gamers.
Wait, is it? Why is it S69?
Well, you know how we get the S's and the...
Isn't it the C69?
No, that's a STD.
Let's finish it there. Thank you all very much for listening and watching. If you are listening along, feel free to favorite. If you are watching, like and subscribe.
Voting will go up for card of the year, product of the year, and what's the other one?
Set of the year?
Fuck, what's the other one?
Archetype, set.
Best deck.
Yeah,
Deck of the year.
deck, set, product.
Spoilers. Deck of the year is Snake Eyes.
Yeah, we can probably skip it this year. We could probably skip it.
The rest of the ladder will be the interesting one. What number 2, number 3, number 4 is? Yes.
Yeah, we'll pretend it's like Formula One. We'll ignore the Max Verstappen Snake Eyes at the top and we'll go for the others.
Go Red Bull.
Snake.
Is he still with Red Bull, Jake?
I think he's leaving.
Go Red Bull.
I don't know, there's a lot of change-ups. Anyway, thank you all very much, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.
Bye.